In the ancient days when gods walked among mortals and the seas were both a highway and a source of peril, there was none more powerful or temperamental than Poseidon, the mighty god of the sea and earthquakes. His domain stretched far beyond the horizons, encompassing the vast oceans, hidden rivers, and even the trembling earth beneath the feet of humankind. Poseidon was often depicted as a towering, formidable figure with wild, sea green or dark brown hair, and a beard that mirrored the foam of crashing waves. His eyes glinted like the depths of the ocean, mysterious and unfathomable. In his hand, he wielded his most distinctive symbol, the trident, a three-pronged fishing spear, imbued with immense divine power. With this weapon, Poseidon could command the forces of nature itself. From his magnificent palace beneath the waves, built of shimmering coral and adorned with pearls, Poseidon ruled over the seas and all creatures within them. Dolphins played at the entrance, and schools of fish shimmered like living jewels in the watery light. The palace, though beautiful, was also a place of power, where storms were born and the fate of seafarers was often decided. Poseidon's temper was as unpredictable as the sea he governed. He could be a protector, guiding ships safely through treacherous waters and calming turbulent waves for those who honored him. Sailors and seafarers often prayed to him, offering sacrifices to ensure safe passage. Many Hellenic cities and colonies revered him as their guardian, knowing well that his favor could mean prosperity and protection. Yet woe befell those who earned his ire. Poseidon could summon furious storms that shattered ships and sent mighty waves crashing upon the shores. He could send forth monstrous sea creatures to punish the arrogant and the ungrateful. With a single strike of his trident, he could create new islands or cause devastating earthquakes that toppled cities and reshaped the land. One of the most infamous tales of Poseidon's wrath centers on the proud city of Troy and its king Laomedon. In the early days of the city, Laomedon sought to fortify Troy with towering walls that would make it impregnable. Knowing that such a task required divine craftsmanship, he turned to two mighty gods, Poseidon, lord of the sea, and Apollo, god of the sun and healing. Poseidon and Apollo, though often at odds, agreed to assist the mortal king. With divine power and unparalleled skill, they labored side by side. Poseidon struck the earth with his trident, shaping stone and soil into unyielding foundations, while Apollo's radiant touch smoothed the stones and made them gleam in the sunlight. The walls of Troy rose high, strong, and beautiful, a testament to the gods' craftsmanship. When their work was complete, the gods approached Laomedon for payment, as had been agreed. But Laomedon, blinded by pride and greed, dismissed them with a wave of his hand. "Why should I pay for something already done?" he scoffed. "You are gods, your labor is but a whim. Begone from my city, and count yourselves fortunate that I do not demand tribute from you instead." Poseidon's eyes darkened, the deep blue of the sea turning stormy with rage. "You dare break your promise to the gods," he thundered. "Beware, King Laomedon, for no debt goes unpaid." Apollo, though gentler by nature, cast a stern glance at the king. "You have brought this upon yourself," he warned. The gods departed, but Poseidon's fury festered like a storm gathering strength over the open sea. He vowed that Laomedon would rue the day he scorned the gods. Not long after, the skies darkened, and the winds howled with a ferocity that sent sailors fleeing to shore. Poseidon struck the waters with his trident, and from the depths rose a monstrous sea creature, the dreaded Trojan Cetus. Its scales glistened like obsidian, and its eyes burned with primal fury. Waves crashed and churned as the beast advanced upon Troy, leaving destruction in its wake. Apollo, not to be outdone, sent a plague upon the city, decimating its population and further weakening Laomedon's rule. Laomedon, now desperate and trembling with fear, sought counsel from the city's seers. Their grim verdict was clear: To appease the sea god and rid the land of the monster, the king must sacrifice his beloved daughter, Hesione. With a heavy heart, Laomedon ordered Hesione to be chained to a rock by the shore. The people of Troy watched as the waves lapped hungrily at her feet. The monster's approach was heralded by the roar of the sea, and it seemed that all hope was lost. But fate had not abandoned Hesione. The hero Hercules, passing through on one of his legendary labors, beheld the sorrowful scene. His heart, bold and compassionate, could not bear the injustice. "Unchain the maiden," Hercules commanded, "and I shall slay the beast." Laomedon, seeing a chance to save his daughter and his city, promised Hercules a great reward if he succeeded. He vowed to give Hercules the divine horses gifted to him by Zeus, king of the gods. Armed with his unyielding strength and a bronze-tipped spear, Hercules faced the Trojan Cetus. The battle was fierce, with waves crashing and foam flying as the hero and the beast clashed. But Hercules' resolve was as unbreakable as the walls of Troy, and with a final, mighty thrust, he drove his spear into the monster's heart. The sea fell silent. The people of Troy rejoiced, and Hesione was freed, her gratitude shining brighter than the sun. Yet Laomedon, true to his nature, reneged on his promise to Hercules, just as he had with the gods. Enraged by this betrayal, Hercules vowed that Troy would one day fall. Hercules returned to Troy with a group of warriors, captured the city, and killed Laomedon. As for Poseidon, his wrath abated with the defeat of the sea monster, but the lesson he imparted was clear. Debts must be paid, whether owed to gods or mortals. Laomedon's treachery earned him the disdain of heroes and divine beings alike, and his legacy was forever tarnished by his dishonor. And so, dear listener, remember this tale well. Honor your promises, for a debt unpaid is like a storm on the horizon. It may be distant, but it will surely arrive. Whether by the hand of fate, a mortal's vengeance, or the wrath of the gods themselves, justice will find those who seek to evade it.
If you seek wisdom, why not get it from a god? Subscribe to learn our lessons, and thank you for watching Lessons from the Gods.